Hey, everybody. It is Feed Your Brain Friday. I know it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was planning on getting on here early this morning, and you know what? It just didn't work out that way, which was kind of crazy. And that's okay because here I am, excited to come to you this evening on a Friday and teach you a few things that I've learned that I thought you might want to learn when it comes to feeding your brain. Today was a great day. I got to take a class from a extremely amazing hypnotherapist named Jason Lynette on just tweaking how to do hypnosis online. So cool, guys. Did you even know that you could do hypnosis online? You can, because once you get started, when you're on Zoom, you close your eyes. It's the same thing whether you're in my office or whether you are on Zoom. As long as I can see from about here up, so I can kind of see your reaction, then we're good. And I don't know if you've seen a couple of my videos I've posted lately, but change for hypnosis happens in the mind. So wherever your mind is, that's where the change is going to take place in. So it doesn't really matter whether you're here in my office, whether you're at your house, whether you're at work. It's pretty cool. The other thing I did is I got to be on a Facebook Live for the Energy Healing Conference that's coming up in Ogden. It's going to be huge, guys. It's going to be so much fun. Today I got to be on there with some of my very favorite people. Joy Beck, such a delight. She is such a great friend of mine. I don't know if any of you ever had, my kids did a preschool called Joy School. And so every time I think of her, I think of a song called Oh Boy, I Got Joy. She's just a delight. She's so much fun. And then my other friend, Tam Pendleton, was on there, and she has her own blueprint code. So neat. These people are so much fun. I wouldn't have been able to meet them if I hadn't have been part of speaking at these conferences. They had Benjamin King. He does qigong. He's like this gentle giant. He's so, when he speaks to you, he's just got this amazingness about him. And then there was a couple other people on there. A guy from San Diego. I don't know him. His name's Bill. And he also talked about cognitive, about the brain. He made a comment that I really, really liked, and I wish now I had looked up his last name before I got on here, but he made this comment about how your physical body expresses what's going on in the subconscious. Kind of crazy, right? So if you struggle with anxiety, you're going to feel it. Worry, right? You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. You can see it in these different things going on in your body. Kind of crazy. I mean, I know that, but I never heard it said that way. So I thought that was kind of cool. I want to share that with you guys. This week has been an interesting week. I got back from Oregon, where I spoke up there, just out of, let's see, I always say it wrong, Rockaway Beach, which is beautiful. And I got home, and you know what? I had to make a decision. It was a really hard decision. I have 3 computers. I have a desktop, I have a laptop, and I have a Surface Pro. And they've worked really well for me for a long time. I didn't realize how long it was. But the desktop, once I went from Windows 7 to Windows 10, it would freeze on me. Literally, I'd be working on it, and it would just randomly freeze. There was no rhyme or reason. I took it in, had it checked. They thought it was fixed, and it wasn't. And it was so frustrating because I can't tell you how many things I repeated over and over and over again just because my computer would freeze on me. Ugh. My laptop, where you would plug in the cord, was broken. So the only way I could make the laptop work is to sit there and hold the cord in long enough for it to get a charge. I know it's crazy. Not many people would do that, right? But I was determined. And then my little Surface Pro, which was cute, but it just didn't have the same effect. And the keyboard wasn't working the way I wanted to. I held off as long as I could, guys, and I finally went in this week and got me a new laptop, which is what I'm on right now. It is so cool. And I realized that my desktop was 11 years old. my laptop was 10 and my Surface Pro was 9. And in the world of technology, that they were like ancient, right? I mean, like dinosaur ancient. But anyway, so I took it back in. I got this new computer. So this week has been struggling to learn new things because I really like sitting at my desk, which is where I am right now. I like having a keyboard. I like having a big monitor, big speakers. So this week has been learning how to hook a laptop to all these extra parts. And it's been kind of crazy. It's been an interesting week. I can't tell you how many times I've been back and forth to Best Buy. But it's been a learning experience, and it's been hard. It's been challenging. And there were so many times I'm like, why am I making myself do this? Why don't I just call somebody and have them come over and get my computer all set up so I don't have to worry about it anymore? And then I came across this thought, which I knew this, but I hadn't really even thought about it. What happens when you learn something new? And how that it exercises your brain, right? And it makes your brain stronger. And by making it stronger, it keeps it from getting other things like dementia. I'm not really versed in exactly what it does. Now, if I had my friend, Dr. Seth Wolstenholme, who is an amazing chiropractor and a functional neurologist, he could explain it to you. And maybe on our next video, that's something we learn about, is what happens when you learn something new. What is it doing to the brain? But it's like that gray matter, right? And I thought about, how hard it is when you're learning something new and you're like, I want to pull my hair out, right? Well, maybe it's because, you're building all these things in our brain that are making our brain stronger, and, and creating these great, I don't know, brain things. Oh my gosh. The brain matter, the gray matter, and the neuroplasty and plastic get things work well. Anyway, it's so important. And then as you learn it, it gets easy, right? I mean, that's the cool thing, is once it's like all of a sudden your brain starts to grow and it gets frustrated because it doesn't understand. You're not understanding what needs to be done. And then it gets easy, right? So exercising your brain is super important. The other thing that I wanted to bring up today is talk about, it's summertime. Guys, summertime is my favorite time. I love sunshine. I was at the ocean last week. Even though the first 3 days were rainy, the last day was beautiful. And I was able to put my toes in the sand and oh my gosh, the waves on my legs. It was just heavenly. The sun on my face. Oh, yes, it was so fun. So amazing. And I thought about, vitamin D and what does the sun do for us? I mean, the sun is amazing, right? I mean, it's a healer. It can help us. And there's some negative things, but the positive part is it helps your skin. It helps your bones. It increases the vitamin D naturally in your body. And, as you're coming out of winter, a lot of times your serotonin levels drop. And your serotonin is in charge of your positive mind, your flexibility, your humor, your self-confidence. And during the winter, a lot of times it drops because there's no light. We stay inside, it gets cold. And because of that, when serotonin drops, it can cause things like worry and anxiety and depression and OCD and self-hatred, irritability, rage. Those are kind of things that winter blues feeling is a real thing. So we come out of the winter and then we come into, spring and the sun, and it's just so wonderful. And yes, I get it. Too much sun is not healthy, right? We all know that. And so I would say protect yourself. Get out there, get a little bit of sun, but protect yourself at the same time. Feed that brain that vitamin D that's going to help raise your serotonin naturally. It's amazing, guys. In the meantime, it's Friday afternoon. I'm going to go roller skating because I've been inside all day long. I need some sunshine. And that's what I'm going to do. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I'm Shelly Jo with Shelly Jo Hypno Aminos, also known as Amino Acid Lady. and hypnotherapist. You can get my book on Amazon, Feed Your Brain, Change Your Life, Take Control of Your Brain, Body, and Emotions. And check out how amino acids can help to feed the brain. Amino acids are brain food. Neurotransmitters like amino acids. All right, guys. Keep smiling. Make it a great weekend. Love ya. Bye.